Hello everyone, I hope you're doing well. My name is JoJo and welcome to my channel, JoJo's Cup of Mocha. If you are new here, hello, I am JoJo, a part-time travel blogger and vlogger, and I share a lot of my tips, tricks, shared experiences, itineraries, travel guides, all of that good stuff based around my travels while I solo travel and most of the time I budget travel. So it's been a hot minute since I've done one of these talking packing videos. So today is really special because I am going on another solo backpacking trip. So next week I am leaving for Guatemala. I am so excited. This is like a little treat for myself for like my 30th birthday. My birthday is in November. However, I am leaving October 31st and I'm returning November 10th. However, I have 2 more trips coming up, so we will get to those later on in the year. However, for today, I wanted to focus on packing for Guatemala, showing you what I'm bringing, why I'm bringing things, just showing you some tips and tricks along the way of how I am packing, because of course the airline that I am going with for Guatemala is Avianca. I think that's how you pronounce it. It's basically a budget airline. If you're here in the States, it's kind of similar to like Spirit or Frontier Airlines, and it was cheaper honestly for me. So I am taking a carry-on and a personal item. I had to pay extra for the carry-on just like you would do with like Spirit and whatnot, but I'm going for 10 days. I'm going to be doing a lot of different types of activities, like exploring the city. I love to go to like the Tikal ruins. I want to go, hiking, it's just a variety of things. So I want to be as prepared as possible. So I need to bring something that was a bit more, in terms of space for luggage. And you will see my backpack is making a return, but not just any backpack. Let me show you. The Eagle Creek Global Companion 40-liter backpack is back, and it's been a hot minute since I've used her. I think the last time I used her, honestly, was... I don't even remember the last time I used her. It wasn't for Canada for this year. Definitely not. I think it had to be for some time last year when I went on a trip somewhere, but I honestly don't remember. It's been that long. They don't make this, so Eagle Creek does not make this type of backpack anymore. They have other types of backpacks. However, if you go onto Cotopaxi's website, they do have similar backpacks like this, 28, 35, 40-liter backpacks that open out like a butterfly clamshell style suitcase, which is why I love this bag so much. The more traveling I do, the more I just want luggage, backpacks that open like this, and not just open like clamshell style. I want them to obviously open like a butterfly or a clamshell style opening suitcase, but I also want them to have these 2 pockets on the side here, so I can fit anything and everything into these pockets. Now my newest backpack, which I will show you a little clip of. I got it recently, like a month ago, from Cotopaxi, their 20-liter backpack. It's like the smallest personal item backpack that you can use that opens out like a suitcase like this, which I really, really love. But I'm going to be stuffing everything for Guatemala into here, and I'm just bringing like a Bagu personal like little crossbody bag to put underneath the seat with me. So yes, everything for 10 days worth of travel is going to have to fit in here. So if you are new here, yes, this opens out just like this, like a suitcase. It has obviously back straps. These do not fold in, kind of like the Osprey backpacks or any other type of backpack really that can do that. It has waist bands right here. They're very cushioned, very padded. This one has like a little zipper here as well. 2 water bottle, if you hear rattling, that's just the AC, but 2 water bottle compartments right here. We have 2 zip pockets here on the side so you can put whatever little things you need in here. A little mesh pocket here, you could put a bathing suit in here. I just had my rain jacket. Ice is going to be a bit rainy, 60% chance of rain during my time in Guatemala, so I am bringing this just in case. And a little compartment here at the top, which I already put a couple of my locks. I am planning on staying in hostels for this trip, so of course I need to have, where are they? I need to have my locks you know, these are just TSA approved locks that I got on Amazon, you know, so I am prepared. But in here I have like carabiners. These are the ones with the little locks on them. All of the items that I have, I will do my best to find them, except this backpack. Like I said, they don't make this anymore, but I will link them down below so that way you can check them out if you want. And then last but not least, here at the bottom is the shoe compartment that you could put shoes in or whatever else you want to. Really, I usually tend to put shoes in here, but that is the backpack that I will be taking with me. So without further ado, we're going to get into the packing. I don't remember if I said it or not already, but I just wanted to let you guys know that I'm starting the packing. However, I'm leaving next week, so it is October, oh, you're a little close. So it is October 24th, and my flight is at like 4:30 in the morning on the 31st. So I'm leaving in exactly a week from today. So I'm going to start packing right now. I'm going to show you the things that I am bringing thus far, how I'm going to pack it into my backpack, and then throughout the week that I have left, I'm going to be stuffing other things in there, because some of the things, you know, like my hairbrush, my pajamas, my face wash, things like that, I'm still using. For my toiletries, I will talk about my little system that I have going on and why I'm still not complete with my toiletries section yet, but let's move on to the clothing. Okay, so this is just my iPad that I have here, and basically how I've been staying organized with my trip is by using a planner. I will link this down below. This is the travel planner that I have created myself. It's very simple, very basic, but I don't like complicated, like packing lists and whatnot. And I just put in like the location, the dates, and the number of days that I'm going to be there. I also like put down the corresponding number of items that I would like to bring, and I've checked off the ones that I already have in this pile here. And then for my packing list, I created a second page so that way I can take more notes and add more things as need be. I'm still not done with this. I still have a week left, so it's a little bit bare. However, if you do buy this on my website, jojoscupofmocha.com, under the digital store, you can download this and put it onto GoodNotes or any like note-taking app. And if you need more room, it's so cool because you can add more pages if need be, you know, and you can even add like a second page of this as well, which I find really, really cool. But anyways, I just wanted to mention that. Put a little selfish, you know, plug-in right there for my website. Thank you. So we have here my backpack, and what I'm going to be taking with me also is my Patagonia black hole tote bag. This folds out into a little backpack, so it is packable. I'm going to be bringing that with me just for any like day trips or day hikes that I want to do while I'm in Guatemala. 2 microfiber towels, one for, you know, the hostel, and one for like, you know, if I want to go to the beach or swimming or something like that. I have that. Laundry bag, little cover up for my bikini if I decide to go swimming. These are foldable hangers. It's kind of hard for me to show you with one hand, but if you can see here, it folds out into a hanger. And I figure if I needed extra room in the hostel for whatever reason, I can bring this with me just in case, and I can create more room, and I can put, you know, maybe like my my cardigan or like a jacket or like a sweater on here. So I figure that would be good. This is my little first aid pouch. So I decided to get rid of that, and I just put it in this cuter little pouch. So it has, you know, like my Pedialyte. It's kind of like liquid IV, you know, but you know, it's just Pedialyte. I have little band-aids for blisters, you know, just a lot of first aid stuff from that. Tweezers in here. I don't have the scissors because I can't take them and carry on the plane with me. They will stop me through security if I have it. I have a little travel adapter here. I haven't really looked up what like socket or, you know, thing Guatemala is, honestly, but this works for all countries in the world, so I'm covered. And over here, I love bringing this because it has 4 USB ports as well. Where is it? Here it is, as well as a little section to put your block into it, so that way if you have like a computer or something bigger that needs to be charged, you can put it in here as well. So I can charge up to 5 things. And then in here is my little medicine bag, or container I should say. But yeah, this is where I keep all my medicine, extra band-aids. I love this little organizer pill. Again, everything will be linked down below, so that way you can find it. But this is how I've been organizing my medicine, and I absolutely love it. I wanted to mention just these little pouches that I'm taking. This is from Dagny. I was thinking of putting like my electronics in here, extra batteries, things like that, like camera, electronical equipment in here. As you can see, it is a bit bulky. I'm not quite sure about that. We're going to see how that goes. If need be, I'll change it out, but you know, I'm gonna try. This is going to be the little pouch that I'm going to put all of like my bars of soap in, things like that. I just don't want them loose and flying around my backpack. And of course, this is like my toiletries bag where all the liquids and other little things like my makeup, you know, remover wipes, things like that are going to go into. So I put them all neatly right here on my pillow. Moving on to this side, I have my shirts. I have about 6 t-shirts here, and I have 4 crop tops. 2 of them are like nicer, well, I wouldn't say nice, but more like casual, comfy ones, and the 2 down here are like more sportier. They're from Gymshark. Socks, I have about 5 pairs of socks, and these one right here are from Smartwool. They're hiking socks. I figure if I go hiking, I'm going to wear those. My little bikini, just one. I'm not really into swimming or the water that much, but I figure if I do decide to go swimming, at least I have it. 3 bras. I'm going to be wearing one on the trip out there. Undies, you don't gotta see that. Over here, I have 10 pairs of leggings. The 3 on top here are shorts. The rest are long length leggings. These are Roxy sandals. I got these in Arizona because when we were at the house, my boyfriend's step family on that side, and of course, like on my dad's side, you know, he's Jamaican too. We don't like to wear shoes in the house. We like to walk in our socks or have like other footwear, so that way we can walk around it. I don't like walking in my socks, so I went and got sandals from the outlets out there. And this was on sale. It was originally like $24, but I got it for like $11. So it was really, really cool. And last but not least, this is all of my toiletries. It is not complete yet. I'm going to be adding more things. Really, I'm going to be adding like face wash, you know, serum, moisturizer, sunscreen, and I think that's really about it. Toothpaste, toothbrush. But here, what I have so far is dental floss. I have a water pick that I would like to bring, but in case I forget it or it won't fit because it is a little bit bigger. It's still a travel size, but it's still big and bulky, and you don't really want big and bulky when you're trying to be carry-on only. So you just push this up, and then the dental floss comes up like that. So I'm bringing that to floss my teeth. I am bringing this curl enhancing smoothie. I have curly hair, of course. I usually wear my hair natural, like I put it in a bun, I braid it, you know, ponytail, so I want to keep up with my hair while I'm away. This is Loss Swab, so basically this is like a little reusable Q-tip, basically. These aren't exactly the smallest tips here, and it makes it a little difficult to get into your ears sometimes. I mean, I just have small ears, so it makes it a little difficult to get into mine, but just in case I need to, like, you know, clean my ears for something, it's there. Leave-in conditioner I got from Amazon. I don't know how this is, but I like the little pump that it comes with, and it is only 1.7 fluid ounces, so that is good to take. It's just a bit bulky, but we'll see how it goes. Body oil, I have very dry skin. Cleansing oil for my face. I have a label maker, so I just like to label these. Cleansing wash for down there in my private area. Hair oil and sculpting gel and cream. Now that I'm thinking about it, actually these are kind of like the same thing, so I think I'd rather go with that. So I will put this to the side here. Since I have shorts, I'm going to be bringing this Mega Babe Fire Rescue Anti-Friction Stick, kind of like Body Glide, you know, but this is like a travel size version of that, so I figured this was really good to take. African net sponge, of course. I don't like using cloths or anything like that. This is really effective, really good, and I love it so much. This here is cool. It's from Kish, and this is basically a shampoo, conditioner, and like body bar holder. And what's really cool about this is not only can it stick to like the shower wall, but if you see here the little holes, it's also like a built-in drainage system. So I'm planning to wash my hair while I'm out there for 10 days. Obviously I will have to wash my hair at some point, so I figure I could put my shampoo, conditioner, and bar of soap here that I wash my body with, so that way I can keep it all in one place and have it drain out while I'm in the hostels. Instead of using like a soap saver, I can just leave it out like that. And this is a little cue from Kish as well. It has my shampoo and conditioner bars in here. I have the conditioner bar from Guardian. It's called the Guardian Ethique bar, and the shampoo bar is the, I believe it's like the avocado one from Lush in here. They're both green bars, and it has a little band on here because the top isn't secure. I will be bringing one pink microfiber cloth. Don't know what I'll use it for, but I think it's pretty good to have just in case, maybe to like, I don't know, you know, dry my face or dry my glasses, wipe something off. It's very absorbent. It dries very quickly, so I figure it's good to have. Makeup remover wipes, like 5 of them. I didn't pack my makeup yet. I have to do that, but I didn't get around to doing that just yet. And then a bar of soap. So this is like a new bar of soap. If you remember, I used to use like a soap saver, and I had like a soap container for my soap. However, sorry, it's hard to do with one hand, but this new contraption here holds the bar of soap. It's a new bar. It's big, so I gotta like take it out. But it has like a little built-in soap tray with holes in it so it can drain out. So you could take this, put the bar of soap on here, put it in the shower, and let it drain out. But since I'm bringing that because I have bars of shampoo and conditioner, it literally just goes like right in here, or however you want to put it, you know, and it'll drain and dry right here. Yeah, so this is everything I'm bringing with me thus far. So I am going to start with the clothes, so that way I can get that out of the way, see if everything will fit, which I'm sure it will fit. So let's move on to that. So I've decided to go with these packing cubes. These are from Bagsmart, and I got them a little bit ago, and I showed it in my packing video for Vancouver, for Victoria in Canada. They are compression packing cubes, so I wanted to see how they would do. I will say they are similar to like the Eagle Creek and the Osprey packing cubes that I have, because they're very thin material. As you can see, like there's really no like structure to them, and it makes it easier to kind of smush things into a backpack or into a space without it being so stiff and rigid. And because it's thin, I'm hoping even with the amount of items that I have, it's not going to make my backpack too heavy. So let's try to do that now. I think for this big one here, not quite sure. I mean, this seems like the size of my Osprey and Eagle Creek packing cubes. So I'm going to put my bottoms in here, and we'll see how that goes. If anything else can fit in here, I will definitely put them in there, but let's give it a try. So here's the packing cube, and the compression part is already open, so I'm just going to keep it open like that. I mean, the way I have you can't really see too far. I'm going to leave the shorts to the side for a minute. They're going to go on top because they're smaller. and for the rest of my leggings. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place them flat in here, but I'm going to kind of Tetris them so that way every corner, every space of the packing cube is filled up and they're not just like all in one side with like extra space, if you kind of get what I'm saying. Just so you can see a bit better kind of like how I'm Tetrising that, so that way every bit of space is taken in here. Whoops. So that way it makes it a bit easier to stuff everything in here and to compress them. Alrighty, and then I'm going to put the shorts in here. Let me just take you and show you what I'm doing. Okay, so you can see here's the shorts right here, but see how it's all kind of like Tetrised in there? That's kind of what I'm talking about when I say Tetris it in the packing cube, the compression packing cube, so that way it fits better. Okay, now in here, I will try to put my bras in here. Do you think we could get away with the socks? Or should we put them in another cube? Let's put them in another cube. I don't want it to be too bulky. So, zip, zip, zip. Okay, here's what it's looking like. It's a bit heavier, but you know, we'll see. Alright, and now the compression part. Gonna have to just chuck it in. If you don't overstuff it, the compression part is easy. All you gotta do is like push it in really, and it just kind of fits on in there. Alright, here we go. Compressed it a bit, you know, has a little cute handle. I love the print though. It's pink. Pink is my favorite color. Okay, that is one packing cube done. I'm gonna use the smaller one for my tops. So same concept. And with compression packing cubes, I definitely do like to fold my clothes instead of rolling. I know if you see me pack many times in the past, I like to roll my clothes in packing cubes, but those are regular packing cubes. Compression, I find that if you fold them and lay them flat and Tetris them like that, they fit better and you can fit just a little more in there, and it makes the compression part a lot easier. Alright, I'm going to put my t-shirts first because they're bigger. I mean, it is Guatemala, it is going to be warmer. It's supposed to be in the high of like mid-70s, low in like the 50s, 60s. I tried to bring things that were a bit thinner because not only is it warm, but it would pack a lot easier. And I figure I can, you know, bring extra cardigans, extra hoodies, a jacket maybe, and just layer up if I need to. However, because of the temperatures, I don't think I'll really need to pack too many layers, but you know, that's my thought process. And now the crop tops, and then I'm pretty sure I could fit my bikini in there too. All right, you can see, looking like that. I'll take the top. Okay, this one is a bit more, just a bit more difficult to compress, but we're gonna keep trying, and if it's not gonna compress, then so be it. All right, we're so close yet so far. Ugh, goodness. All right, you know what? I think I'm just gonna take the bikini out and put it in another packing cube because this is getting a bit too difficult to pack. All right. Let me see if that makes a difference. That definitely made it a little easier to zip around. Okay, I'm on my last little section here. All right, here we go. 10 tops in here. Boom. And this Doesn't feel that heavy, thankfully. And then the rest of these, you think they can fit in here in the smaller one of the two? Let's try the small one. Alright, there we go. It all fit into this tiny one. Perfect. Here are the packing cubes. Let's see how that fits into the book bag. Before I put anything in here, I'm going to put my slides in here, and I have just a little shower cap to put around them, so that way they don't get the bottom dirty like the bottom of my bag. And it just, you can see, goes in there. Alright, and when you put things into the shoe compartment, I don't know if you can see, but it does like bulk out a bit. It eats into the space, but because they're sandals, they can compress. I'm not worried about it too much. So this side is going to be where I'm going to put my clothes, and usually everything else goes in that compartment over there. I don't think, like, if you can see, I think the top one is fine. If you can see, like, this one takes up so much space because it's really long. So let me give you an update with the packing. So I tried my hardest with those packing cubes, the Bag Smart compression packing cubes, and I do like them. Don't get me wrong, I do like them. However, for this particular backpack, I don't think compression cubes are the way to go. I did decant some of my face wash, serum. I'll show you, but let me start with the packing cubes first. Moving on. So on this side, we are going to try to stuff everything else in there. All right, so this is my toiletries bag. Obviously I have like sunscreen, my anti-chafing friction stuff, a mirror and other things in there. This is where I put the makeup, the microfiber towel. All of my liquids, I haven't tested it out yet, but I like to test it out and see if all of them fit in a quart size Ziploc baggie, and if they do, I keep things as it is. If not, then I just try to sacrifice a few things. And then the African net sponge and the 2 hangers fit in there, and that is my beautiful toiletry bag. Look at that. Okay, this is what it's looking like, my little toiletries bag. I'm gonna put it here because it's the biggest and it's the heaviest. Oh boy. Ho 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 boy. So for now I'm just gonna put what I have in here. Hello, can you still see me? Okay, cool. I'm gonna put my foldable backpack in here. Put this down here, put the little shampoo and conditioner bar in there, put my meds in here, stick that in there, stick this in here. Oh geez. Yeah, this isn't This isn't gonna fit. Oh, good lord. Because I still have this and this, like these, but I think that will just have to be like another legit backpack that I could take because, ay ay ay. Hoi hoi hoi. Let me take my sandals out of here so I can get the full depth of this. Okay, there we go. Sometimes putting things in there first doesn't always help, you know? Alright, so I can have you over here. I'm going to stick this with my electronics organizer. And this dogny bag, dogny, however you pronounce it. I don't know if you can see because the light's so bright, but it is over here and it just opens that like this. So I was figuring I could fit, you know, like my external hard drive in there, the cables, microphones, my little 3-section charger for like my phone, AirPods, watch, all that stuff, and it would fit in here. It's a bit bulky, so I kind of wonder how that's all gonna fit, but at least in here, this cube, this travel adapter fits nicely in there. It just, hold on. This will fit in here for sure, and then my meds can fit this away, and then my toiletry stuff can fit over there. And then usually when I am traveling, I like to keep like my first aid stuff and my meds in the personal item with me, but I'm not necessarily packing that as of yet. This video is all over the place. This is like the first time I have been so like disorganized and like in shambles, just like trying different packing cubes to see what would fit in there. Like this is a hot ass mess. And I'm just gonna stick my little cover up piece in here. Actually, you know what? I have a towel. This is why we bring towels. I don't need this, so I'm going to take this and put it away. One less item down. So now I'm going to close this. And it does close very nicely on this side. And then, oh God. Before I close this, I'm gonna put my sandals back in here. Sorry you can't see me trying to put it in here. Can you see that is in here? Cool. Okay. Yeah. Now let's see. Can this zipper? Wait, where is the zipper? Like, hello? Oh, gosh. You know what? You know what? Sometimes, if it's not broke, why fix it? If it's not broke, why fix it? I'm just going to save you the time and cut out all of my time and energy that I spent putting these into multiple packing cubes. What you need to see is that I put the tops into this Osprey one. I put the bottoms and my undies into this. So I took my undies out of my whatchamacallit, toiletries bag, and then I put the bras, I put the socks, and I put my bikini in here. So, like so. So this is what it's looking like. It just fits a lot better, honestly. I'm telling you, like, this is the way to go. with these packing cubes. And look, it fits in so easily. I can literally like zip it up with one hand. It does not give me any issues, and there's still just a little bit of room like over on this side to put things in. And because the undies went in here, I have a little bit less bulkiness here as well, so I could put that in here. And this is what this side of the backpack is looking like for the time being. I put my containers at the top here, electronics right here, foldable backpack here, toiletries in there. I'm not sure if I'm going to use that little pouch, not quite sure. We will see how it goes. Personal items, slippers, or the sandals I should say, are still in there. So I'm just going to zipper this up. This is why I like to do this a week in advance, because I'm not completely happy with how I pack things. I am going to add on a personal item, my backpack, that I can stick some of these things in there to kind of offset the weight and the shape. And I will just put like my actual purse, that's going to be a personal item, into the backpack. When the time comes, I'll just leave like one side completely open to put that in there, so that way it fits underneath the seat with no issues. But for now, for the 24th, this is it. I am tired, I am hungry. I will pick this up the next time when it's a little bit closer and I am almost ready to completely finish packing this. So I'll see you on another day. Hello everyone, I hope you're doing well today. It's Monday, October 28th, and I'm going to continue packing today. Now, I know in my last portion of the video I said I didn't really like how I packed my big backpack, so I'm going to be jigging, reshifting everything, and I'm going to be taking like an actual backpack that will go underneath the seat as well, that I'm going to stuff some of the things in. And let me show you that backpack. So this is my new Cotopaxi Alpa 20-liter backpack. It can go underneath the seat. I took this to Arizona with me and I absolutely love it. Just like this big backpack right here. Oh, this is the other way. It opens out like a suitcase and it has these two big compartments. Now what I'm thinking is to put my purse, that's going to also like be a personal item for me, but when I have to put it underneath the seat, I'll just put it in this section right here, and then a few of the other things that are in the bigger backpack I'm going to stick in here. I'm going to be sticking my Lumix GH5 camera in here as well, so that way everything is a bit more balanced, even, and that backpack isn't going to be so heavy. So in a little bit, I do need to go to Under Armour to pick up some clothes. I ordered clothes the other night when I was at work, and the reason why I did it is because I want to do this hike. I'm sure you have heard about it. It is the wait, hold on, let me actually look at the name of it. Acatenango hike. I hope I pronounced that correctly. If not, I truly apologize. But yeah, it's that hike, and it's a 2-day hike, and I would love to go on it. Hopefully I can find space somewhere. I haven't booked it yet, and I'm leaving Thursday. Hopefully, we'll see. But anyways, point being is that for the hike, for that 2-day hike, it's best to have thermals. So I got just one set from Dick's Sporting Goods that are actual thermal layers to take with me, so that way I can be warm while on the hike. And yeah, I gotta pick that up today, and I also gotta stop by the post office and pick up my headlamp. So for the hike, obviously we gotta start out very early in the morning, so it's best to have a headlight, but also just if you want to walk around camp or whatever, it's good to have. So I gotta pick those up today, but before I do that, I'm going to just put a lot of the other things that I need to put into this bag into the bag. So I'm going to get right to that. So I actually went on the internet and I found like a little packing list from someone else, well, a couple actually, who went on a hike and they made this as for free. So I put it in GoodNotes. So I'm gonna just go through the list, make sure I have a lot of the things that are on here before I go. And of course I'm going to be referring back to my travel packing list. Now I have a lot of everything. I don't know if you can really see, but I have a lot of everything checked off already, and my whole second page is like my to-do list and things that I still need to do and whatnot. So I'm going to be doing a lot of this, putting it together, and then on Wednesday in the evening, my flight is at 3:55 in the morning on Thursday, but I'm leaving the night before to drive to JFK in New York and Queens because I live in Pennsylvania. So definitely Wednesday night I will finish up the last of everything and put it away, and you will see that as well. So I'm just gonna go through and just see what else I have and just reorganize it. I managed to do it. It's a tight fit, but I managed to get all of the products that I want to take with me in here. And now I know that if anything, I can absolutely get away with putting everything into a quart-sized bag. And of course, if I use up all the products in here, they don't count as liquids, and I'll just wash them out, and then I'll have even more room in here. So what I'm going to do is just take everything out and put them in here. Black ones that I'm taking with me that I'll be wearing while going through the airport and traveling are the Tropic Feel All-Terrains, but it's like the 8 dry or something like that. Like it has good grip and it has specific specs for like hiking and whatnot, so I figured that would be good to take, and it's less bulky. And then for like casual everyday wear, these, because it's good, they're comfy, it's neutral, it looks good. So I'm gonna fit those in here. Laundry bag here at the top, and this side definitely fits easier. Let's see. Managed to fit it in here, and it wasn't like heavy before, but there was some weight to it, but like it is a little lighter than before, so I guess that's a success. Little things like this. Well, if you notice in here, it has a little pocket just like the other backpack, so it has these 2 compartments, which is amazing. I love it so much. And just in here, I keep extra Ziploc baggies for whatever reason, just in case. So in here, this is gonna go underneath the seat, but it's not going to leave my side because it's gonna have my electronics, my camera, and my personal item, my actual personal item, my purse. So this isn't gonna leave me. So it's like light stuff that's gonna go in here. I'm going to show you what is in my personal backpack that's going to go underneath the seat, and I'm very pleasantly surprised that it fits like everything else that I needed to fit in there, so that way it kind of distributes the weight from my big backpack. So let me show you. So this is my lovely backpack. So if we open it up right here on this side, this is where the bagoo purse is going, and it fits obviously, as you can see, perfectly in here on the top. So when I am in the airport, I'll just have it on me, but when I'm going onto the flight, I will put it in here so that way they don't say anything. So if you take this out, I'll show you what's in here in a minute, but it's my little medicine system here that I showed you before. And then on this side right here, I have my orange hoodie. It's fleece, and I'm just going to, for this video, I'm just showing you how it can fit in here if need be. I'm going to be wearing this with my coat the day of, so I'm leaving those to the side, but obviously it fits. And here is my electronics cue, shower items, foldable backpack, and my camera. And there's still room obviously here on the sides and even on the top here. I have this little compartment here, and everything just fits like a glove, and I couldn't be happier, for real. And let me just fold this up so that way I can show you what's in the front section. So just in the front here at the top, there is another little compartment here, and this is where I put my cube right here. I can honestly put it in the main backpack if I wanted to, but I just decided to put it out here. But it fits, and that is everything, honestly. I still have a few more things to pack, like, you know, my power bank, you know, other electronic devices that I'm planning on taking with me, you know, my hairbrush, things like that. But because I know I have extra room in this backpack and even just a little bit of extra space in there, I can actually fit everything. So I will show you that process when the time comes, how it's all going to look like and what I'm going to look like. But in the meantime, let me show you what's in my purse that I will actually have on me while I'm in Guatemala and going through the airport. Alrighty, so now I'm going to show you my little purse. This is a bagoo purse. Yes, I caved in and I got the bagoo purse. And I like shoulder bags, like crossbody bags or like fanny packs. So it's going to kind of look like this, just so you can see what it's looking like on me. It's just gonna look like that. And I'm going to show you what is in here. So in here is going to be my wallet. Now, I didn't put anything in it yet because it is Monday. I'm leaving late in the evening on Wednesday. My flight is on Thursday, so obviously nothing is going to be in here yet, but this is what my wallet is going to look like that I'm taking with me. So when the time comes, you know, the day of, I'll just put everything in here. I have a little phone stand that's going to go onto the back of my phone. My phone is somewhere not nearby, honestly, and this basically just opens out to like a little mini tripod. So this is awesome if you are solo traveling like myself and you need like a little stand to put your phone on so you can take pictures seamlessly without anyone, you know, around. And this top moves, and you can honestly like not only bend this out like this, but it can like go in so many different like directions, you know. And it's really, really thin, honestly, super thin, so it just fits right in there. I'm also going to be bringing sunglasses. They will be linked down below. I got them off of Amazon, and I just love these these are polarized. Okay, so these are the type of sunglasses that aren't just for show or for looks. They actually have protection from the sun, which is what we want, honestly. And do I look cool yet? I love them. I think they're so adorable, and they weren't that expensive. Again, I will have them linked down below. Oh, just poked myself in the eye. I also have 2 perfume bottles. These are like 5 milliliters, and you know, obviously they're TSA approved, and I'm just going to put them in my little travel pouch which I will show you in a minute. I'm trying to get to all the little stuff first. Asthma pump, of course, for the hikes especially. I'm gonna need this because I don't want to struggle for my life while on hikes. And this is something that I've had for a hot minute, but I don't really take with me that often when I travel, but I bought it specifically for my travels, and I really need to start taking it with me, honestly. And what this is, it is a little foldable, or I shouldn't say foldable, but collapsible straw. So you basically untwist the top. It has like a little carabiner of itself, but if you want to replace it with the bigger one, you can, obviously. So you untwist the top, it's in here like this, and it comes with like a little brush to clean it with, but you just unfold it, and it's a really decent size like straw, honestly. And when you're done cleaning it and using it, you just put it back in here. You twist the top back on, and there you go. I have 2 pens. Of course, you gotta have a pen on you just in case you need to sign something like declarations when you're going into the country. And last but not least, very importantly, okay, well, second to last thing, this is just the little brush that I am bringing with me to clean the straw for when I use it. And I'll show you what's in my little travel pouch that I will use to clean the straw. I thought it was really cool, so I got it. But anyways, very, very important. This is my little passport holder. This is from Michael Kors. I got it at the outlets years and years ago. It's so cute. So my passport is in here. I have the new passport, so I'm just gonna keep it in here. And then in here as well, I have like my priority pass, you know, like travel lounge cards, you know, that give me access. I have my global entry card, you know. So yeah, this is very important. It's coming with me, obviously, because I need it. And then that is everything in the bag. The last thing that I wanted to show you was my little travel pouch. So this is my travel pouch. So if you've seen any of my packing videos over the years, you know that I love to travel with a travel pouch. This is basically just a little travel pouch that has all the essentials that I would normally use on a daily basis or whenever I need something. And I've also had things in here that other people have needed at the moment, and I am more than happy to help out and share items if need be, or just lend a helping hand. So this is basically all that is in it. There's a lot of things in it, but it's like such a compact little case, and it fits in the bagoo bag, and I'm really happy about that. I started charging my batteries for my camera, and since these are good to go, I can take them out and I can put these into here. I know with airlines, they don't want you to put it into like a personal item like a purse. They want you to put it into like a bigger backpack, you know. So I'm just going to stick them up here. Can even, oh yeah, in this little section here, there is a back pocket that I could put the batteries in, so they're not just all over the place. So I will see you for the final day of packing and getting myself together for Guatemala. It's gonna be a long ass video. if it is dark, so the lighting isn't the best. I do apologize, but I'm taking this orange hoodie right here. It has pockets, it has a hood, it has like little thumb holes, and I absolutely love it. I'm taking my red jacket. It's a down jacket and it's foldable. It came in like a little blue pouch that I showed a little while ago, so I'm just going to keep this on when I go through the airport so that way it's not taking up so much space. But we're gonna look like this. It is big enough to fit over this, which I absolutely love. And then we just gotta put on my backpack, so let me show you how it's all going to look. Hopefully the lighting is better here so that way you can actually see me a bit better. But this is my personal item that's gonna go underneath the seat. Camera, I'm just going to have in my lap. I usually don't say anything about those. And then my backpack. There we go. So I really hope you enjoyed this very long and chaotic ass packing video, and I will see you guys in Guatemala. Bye bye.